The 2K Sports pregame show.
And on one of the epic nights in the NBA, welcome one and all to the All-Star Game on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside former All-Star Shaquille O'Neal and a guy who has watched the All-Star Game a lot, Kenny the Jet Smith.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your name. You've watched it a lot as well.
And I'm fixing to watch another one. Tonight, it'll be the East All-Stars going up against the West All-Stars. And even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, and both teams are up for this one. And how much fun is this? The All-Star Game officially upon us, typically a high-scoring, fast-breaking affair. Shaq, any reason to think it's going to be anything different this time around?
Well, there are no more Dikembe Mutombos.
Oh, that was very impressive.
Thank you, Ernie. Not as many shot-blocking centers in the league now. That might have slowed things down a little. Offense rules the game. I wish Dikembe was still here so he can go, no, Ernie.
How about if I play you and you play Dikembe?
Go.
Mr. Mutombo, I really like the way you played the game, but I like it when you used to wave your finger.
Well, thank you, Ernie. Everything good. Shaq threw 2 elbows in my face. I think he called it elbow sandwich.
Well, I'll be you, Ernie. Hey, so Kevin Harlan, we're going to go courtside with you, and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm really confused now.
I'm not.
Alarms go off when I enter the building.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their powers. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the West All-Stars, Bradley Beal is out there with Irving. Then there's Smooth. Then there's Davis.
And guys, just thinking back to last year's All-Star Game, I mean, something that was really special. How about the sight of Powell and Marc Gasol, two brothers facing each other on the opening jump ball?
That moment when the Gasol brothers competed for the opening tip really was unique. It was the first time two siblings have ever started an NBA All-Star game.
And you could sense, Kevin, that the significance was not lost on them. They both talked about how much it meant to them. It was just a really cool moment to be a part of.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And there's such a sense of history that surrounds the All-Star Game. I mean, this is the 65th time this event has been held, and you think back on all the legends of the NBA. They've all made their mark in some way on this contest.
Knocked away. Irving passes to Smooth, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Lillard outside. From outside, off the mark. And you talked about NBA legends, Greg, putting their stamp on this game. How about, for instance, Wilt Chamberlain's 42 points and 24 rebounds in that 1962 All-Star game?
Wow, I mean, that was amazing. What about Michael Jordan following up his epic win in the 88 Slam Dunk Contest with 40 points and the MVP award as well the next night? So just so many great memories from this event.
Here's Jokic. There's the dish to Irving. Misses off the left iron.
And guys, I tell you what, they are getting after it on both ends here tonight. This game isn't all about offense this year.
Yeah, it's really been a competitive contest. It's not just a show. These teams are getting after it.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
And, you know, this game, in a lot of ways, guys, has belonged to the Western Conference the entire decade. I mean, last year they got the job done again. So although it did come down to the wire, the end result still was Western Conference dominance.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Beal with it. Now guarded by Gortat. And Beal kicks to Irving. Fires for three. No good. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. And although victory for the Western Conference has been a theme in the All-Star game recently, another trend, Greg, that was repeated last year was the East digging a big hole for itself. And you and I were talking about this, digging that hole for themselves early in the game and then mounting a huge comeback.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the East came back from 20 points down in the first half to tie it up in the fourth quarter. But once again, the comeback bid failed to come to fruition.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
They've had a cold start so far. Just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And Davis wide open. He shoots. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover. And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And if you remember last year, I mean, no star shined brighter in this game than Russell Westbrook. How about 41 points, just one off Wilt Chamberlain's all-time record. And I'd say Russell was a very deserving MVP.
Pau Gasol's checked in for Randall. Here's Irving, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off. That All-Star game scoring record of Wilt Chamberlain, which Westbrook came so close to breaking last year, has now, Greg, been on the books for over 50 years.
Unbelievable. And I'll tell you what, when Westbrook had that 27 points at halftime, I thought for sure that record was going to go down.
The East All-Stars shooting their first free throws of the evening. The first one falls.
And there were a couple of records that fell at last year's All-Star game, but to me the most shocking one of all, the number of three-pointers made. 48. I mean, the teams they combined for 48 threes.
The East making a switch. Monroe's checked in. And those 48 three-pointers you talked about, Greg, the previous high for threes in an All-Star game was 30. So that's what I call shattering a record, huh? Man, oh, man.
It was insane. And really, that speaks to the evolution of the game as well. The game has become far more perimeter-oriented in terms of the skill set.
Now here's Lillard. Bradley Beal unable to get his shot to go. Passes it to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. And Lillard kicks to Butler. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Butler's got 5 now.
In the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent. And when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
And Gasol sends it back. Irving against Lillard. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead.
And guys, we've had some All-Star game shootouts over the years, but really nothing compares to what we saw last year. The teams combined for 321 points. That's just mind-boggling.
Here's Lillard. After the made shot from Bradley Beal. Puts up a 3. Lillard misses.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Here's Smooth. East grabs the miss. Greg, you brought up last year's game, that unbelievable 163-158 win for the West, and it was indeed the highest-scoring All-Star game of all time.
Yeah, and I mean, defense has never been what the All-Star game's about, but that was out of control and made for one heck of a show.
Beal's shot is good.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now, here's Lillard. Shot on the wing, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. The East All-Stars have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Drew Holiday's checked in for the West.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. Holiday feeds it to Davis. Pass to Beal. Here's Jokic, covered by Monroe. That drops. 10 points here for Beal.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Steve Kerr had a few moments to share with me. Talking to Coach, he said that this is one of the few times he's not had to worry about defense heading into a game. Coach said, it's nice knowing that the more scoring there is, the better it is for the game. And the better it is for us, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Here's Holiday, following the score by Damian Lillard. Beal's shot is good.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And Butler, here we go. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Butler's got his third basket of the night.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Holiday against Lillard. Holiday dishes to Davis, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
And the West All-Stars have possession. It's a three-point game.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Fires the three. Again, the miss by Lillard.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Harden.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Ball's checked in. And both free throws good for James Harden.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Holiday against Wall. Gasol a screen. Wall attacking. Holiday with the block. They retain possession. 6 to shoot. Right side Wall. Holiday against Wall. Here's Durant. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Chris Bosh is checked in for Monroe. Anthony comes in for Antetokounmpo. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Jimmy Butler. That's good from Durant. Now the East All-Stars with it. Trailing here by 8. Wade from outside. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
Don't underestimate him. He can knock that down.
Holiday against Wall. Kicks it to James. Sweet move. And he lays it up and in. James has got his first bucket of the night.
Well, I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here. Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
James sets the screen for Harden. It's Durant on the wing, taken away by Anthony. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Wall's shot is off.
We got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts.
The West All-Stars have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. The first free throw is good.
Yeah, drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
Boy, I love that attack mentality. Get in there and force the officials to make a call.
He's perfect from the line this time. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. 7-point differential. And there's the pass to Gasol. Anthony on the wing. James covering. Anthony's shot is off.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
The drive by Wade, and Durant sends it back. There's the feed to Towns. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Wade for 3. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Here's Holiday. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. 1:41 left here in the opening quarter. And here's Wall. From downtown. You know what? Good D by Holiday.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going. Oh, no. Not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line.
The first free throw is good.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Yeah, that's a big reason they're trailing. You can't allow a parade to the free throw line and expect to be on top in the game.
Lillard's checked in for the East. Both free throws good from Holiday. And here are the East All-Stars now. They trail by 9 points. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
The drive by James. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
The East All-Stars shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That's good from Wade. George is checked in for James. He doesn't get the second one. 55 seconds left here in the first quarter. And George gets it to go.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Lillard attacking. And finished off by Gasol.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Lillard against Holiday. Durant for three. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 4 assists now tonight. Durant's gone 1 of 3 from deep tonight. Wade passes to Lillard. From deep. But they get it back.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
A 3 ball. And it's Lillard again missing. Here's George. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. It's the West All-Stars. They lead by 13. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And we welcome you back to the NBA All-Star Game as we get set to begin the second quarter.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action never disappoints.
Yeah, a little light on the fouls in terms.